Welcome to the Time Story channel. Here, we bring you a curated collection of awe-inspiring quotes by Elon Musk, a visionary entrepreneur and innovator whose ventures have reshaped industries. Musk, renowned for his bold undertakings like SpaceX and Tesla, is on a mission to transform the future. Join us as we explore a trove of his impactful and motivational words that continue to shape our world. 1. When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. 2. I think it is possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. 3. It's okay to have your eggs in one basket as long as you control what happens to that basket. 4. I would like to die on Mars, just not on impact. 5. Persistence is very important. You should not give up unless you are forced to give up. 6. If you get up in the morning and think the future is going to be better, it is a bright day. Otherwise, it's not. 7. Work like hell. I mean, you just have to put in 80 to 100-hour weeks every week. 8. The first step is to establish that something is possible, then probability will occur. 9. When Henry Ford made cheap, reliable cars, people said, "Nah, what's wrong with a horse?" That was a huge bet he made, and it worked. 10. The biggest mistake I made is probably weighing too much on someone's talent and not someone's personality. I think it matters whether someone has a good heart. 11. I don't create companies for the sake of creating companies, but to get things done. 12. I think it's very important to have a feedback loop where you're constantly thinking about what you've done and how you could be doing it better. 13. It's very important to like the people you work with, otherwise, your job is going to be quite miserable. 14. I think that's the single best piece of advice. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better and questioning yourself. 15. I don't spend my time pontificating about high-concept things. I spend my time solving engineering and manufacturing problems. 16. If you're trying to create a company, it's like baking a cake. You have to have all the ingredients in the right proportion. 17. My biggest mistake is probably weighing too much on someone's talent and not someone's personality. I think it matters whether someone has a good heart. 18. Really, the only thing that makes sense is to strive for greater collective enlightenment. 19. It's important to have a future that is inspiring and appealing. 20. You shouldn't do things differently just because they're different. They need to be better. 21. Life is too short for long-term grudges. 22. I think it's possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. 23. The path to the CEO's office should not be through the CFO's office, and it should not be through the marketing department. It needs to be through engineering and design. 24. Some people don't like change, but you need to embrace change if the alternative is disaster. 25. It's important to like the people you work with. Otherwise, life and your job is going to be quite miserable. 26. I always have optimism, but I'm realistic. It was not with the expectation of great success that I started Tesla or SpaceX. It's just that I thought they were important enough to do anyway. 27. I don't think it's a good idea to plan to sell a company. 28. Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough. 29. There's a tremendous bias against taking risks. Everyone is trying to optimize their ass covering. 30. We're going to make it happen. As God is my bloody witness, I'm hell-bent on making it work. 31. I don't think you should be focused on why you can't do something. I think you should be focused on why perhaps you can, and be one of the exceptions. 32. I wouldn't say I have a lack of fear. In fact, I'd like my fear emotion to be less because it's very distracting and fries my nervous system. 33. The most important thing is to be able to think at a higher level. 34. It's very important to ask the right questions in life. I think that's the single best piece of advice. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better and questioning yourself. 35. Great companies are built on great products. 36. I always invest my own money in the companies that I create. I don't believe in the whole thing of just using other people's money. I don't think that's right. I'm not going to ask other people to invest in something if I'm not prepared to do so myself. 37. Brand is just a perception, and perception will match reality over time. 38. It's okay to have your eggs in one basket as long as you control what happens to that basket. 39. I think we have a duty to maintain the light of consciousness to make sure it continues into the future. 40. I could either watch it happen or be a part of it. 41. It's definitely true that I worked very hard and was very driven and focused on achieving success. 42. Patience is a virtue, and I'm learning patience. It's a tough lesson. 43. You have to be pretty driven to make it happen. Otherwise, you will just make yourself miserable. 44. There's a tremendous bias against taking risks. Everyone is trying to optimize their ass covering. 45. People work better when they know what the goal is and why. It is important that people look forward to coming to work in the morning and enjoy working. 46. If you're co-founder or CEO, you have to do all kinds of tasks you might not want to do. If you don't do your chores, the company won't succeed. No task is too menial. 47. Starting and growing a business is as much about the innovation, drive, and determination of the people behind it as the product they sell. 48. It's very important to like the people you work with. Otherwise, life and your job is going to be quite miserable. 49. I always have optimism, but I'm realistic. It was not with the expectation of great success that I started Tesla or SpaceX. It's just that I thought they were important enough to do anyway. 50. Starting and growing. A business is as much about the innovation, drive, and determination of the people behind it as the product they sell. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the wisdom of Elon Musk. His insights remind us to embrace innovation, persevere in the face of challenges, and strive for a better future. If you found these quotes inspiring, feel free to share this video to spread the motivation. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay tuned for more empowering content. Until next time, keep pushing the boundaries and making a difference. Stay inspired.